The recent flooding in Chennai caused by cyclone Migjaw has once again underscored how Indian cities are highly prone to disasters triggered by climate change. Within 48 hours by December 4, 2023, Chennai witnessed more than 40 centimeters of rainfall, leading to the inundation of homes, streets, and significant devastation and casualties. Although this crisis was initiated by a cyclone, it exposed broader weaknesses in the city's inability to bounce back from such events. The situation in Chennai mirrors a broader story of climate vulnerability seen in numerous cities across India. Coastal regions such as Kolkata and Mumbai confront dangers stemming from escalating sea levels, cyclones, and floods from rivers. Research commissioned by the World Bank Group paints a grim picture for India, particularly its coastal areas, forecasting substantial rises in sea levels. This surge poses a serious threat to coastal cities, potentially leading to saltwater intrusion that could impact agriculture, water quality, and heighten the prevalence of waterborne illnesses. Flooding is not unfamiliar to Chennai. Back in 2015, the city experienced a historic flood triggered by intense rainfall during the northeast monsoon. This incident served as a crucial signal emphasizing the repercussions of insufficient urban planning and limited institutional capability. In its 2021 report, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change issued alarming cautions for India. The gravest risk identified was the escalating sea levels that could potentially engulf 12 coastal cities in the country by the close of this century. The IPCC report sounded a warning that a dozen Indian cities, among them Mumbai, Chennai, Kochi, and Vishakhapatnam, might find themselves submerged by almost 3 feet of water by the century's end. The impact is already being felt by over 7 million families engaged in coastal farming and fishing. With rising sea levels exacerbating coastal erosion, an estimated 1,500 square kilometers of land is projected to vanish by 2050. This erosion not only diminishes precious agricultural zones but also poses an existential threat to the coastal communities themselves. Indian coastal zones, especially low-lying areas and river deltas, are extremely prone to heightened flooding. Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai, due to their dense populations and critical infrastructure, face an increased threat of frequent and severe floods. This poses a risk of displacing millions, impacting both livelihoods and infrastructure. Climate-induced flooding isn't solely a concern for coastal cities. Even inland areas share a similar narrative. Cities in Bihar, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand have grappled with floods and landslides triggered by the monsoon. Earlier this year, Delhi also experienced significant flooding. July witnessed River Yamuna swelling to 208.48 meters, causing extensive flooding in low-lying parts of Delhi near its banks and affecting streets and various public and private infrastructure. This surpassed the previous record set in 1978. Experts attributed the Delhi flood to factors like encroachment on floodplains and sediment accumulation caused by heavy rainfall within a short span. The floods in July also drew attention to unauthorized mining and construction along river banks in Himachal Pradesh. A noticeable shift in extreme weather patterns is evident, leading flood-prone areas to become drought-prone and vice versa, impacting over 40% of Indian districts. The devastation in hill states is often attributed to unregulated urban development in delicate environments. Tackling these challenges requires strict adherence to building codes and forward-looking urban planning to anticipate climate-related disasters. Coastal protection through embankments and adherence to regulations is essential against rising sea levels. Implementing watershed management and adopting the sponge city concept can mitigate flood risks. Initiatives like the Mumbai Climate Action Plan 2022 aim to bolster resilience through data-driven planning. Improving hydrometeorological systems and deploying flood warning systems aid in disaster preparedness. However, climate change intensifies extreme weather, necessitating integrating climate risk into city development plans. Chennai's recent flooding underscores the urgency for resilient infrastructure amid urban growth.
Subscribe to the Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.